5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coffee and Cryptids. Ooh, that's our show.
Coffee and Cryptids. Oh, that's our show. Talk about Bigfoot, grab a cup of joe. We got so much in store. Jackalope, lizard man, cactus cat, mothman, Loch Ness. Where you at? Do you hide in a bush or swim in a lake? Are you ready for the yeah? It ain't fat called Coffee and Cryptids. Oh, come on, let's go. Go on now, get.
Hey creeps, today we're looking for the Yuccaman and the Borrego Sandman.
We decided to head out to the desert early.
But first, we need coffee!
We hit Coffee for Sasquatch on Melrose Avenue in Hollywood, California.
Chris is drinking an iced oat milk latte.
Caitlin is drinking a...
It tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
We made our way up to the Yucca Valley right outside of Joshua Tree.
We're headed to the Tree of Joshua.
Joshua.
People are gonna think we're mentally ill. Hunting for cryptids.
Living on the riverside, I'm taking the witch's hat blew away. Go on now, get. Go on now, get.
So we're out here at the 29 Palms. Hold on, some asshole's gotta pass me. The very first sighting of the Yuccaman was in 1971 at the 29 Palms Marine Base. The story goes is that a guard was on duty and he was found the morning after his shift unconscious with his rifle bent in half. When he asked what happened to him, he said a hairy man came out of the dark toward him and bent his rifle in half. Then he was knocked unconscious. The FBI and CIA were brought in to investigate the incident, and also two other sightings on the Marine base were seen that night of a 12-foot tall figure and a smaller figure beside it, and both people said the figures were tall and hairy and smelly, and other reports came in of dogs barking all over the neighborhood. After this initial sighting of the Yuccaman in the early 70s, many sightings were reported out in the Antelope Valley.
Man, rep has been spotted out in Palmdale, Lancaster. Nice.
In 1973, a newspaper said Bigfoot surfaces again in Palmdale. Multiple footprints were found around people's houses, and there are countless stories of people seeing the Bigfoot Yuccaman all over town. In recent years, a new name has been given to the Yuccaman out in the Antelope Valley, and it's called the Sierra Highway Devil, and he's been spotted on Highway 14 multiple times. Out in the same area at the Edwards Air Force Base, a Marine saw a beast with blue eyes staring at him, and that became known as the Blue-Eyed Monster. Also in 1972, after the Fontana racetrack closed, people spotted the beast out there and gave him the name the Speedway Monster. In 1979 in Desert Hot Springs, a couple saw a hairy man standing in front of their car and run off the road. And also in Hemet, California that same year, giant footprints were found around people's properties. In 1988, two Marines encountered a red-eyed beast up in Big Bear, and it ran into the forest. Yet another name given to the Yuccaman is Marvin of the Mojave, like Marvin the Martian. The most recent sighting of the Yuccaman was in 2012 at the Devil's Punch Bowl hike.
So the Yuccaman has been seen basically because he's been here since before people were here. And there's these native people that lived in this area called the Tongva people. And they've talked about seeing him the entire time before white people have seen him. Something that's interesting is that they consider it to be a bad omen if you spot it. So if you are out on the trails and you see a Yuccaman, it's considered to be bad luck.
Yeah. Caitlin and I decided that it could be a Yucca woman, or what if it's a Yucca they them? So we're not looking for the Yucca man, we're looking for the Yucca they them.
Yucca they them.
Do you think?
Who is the Yucca man, or the Yucca they them?
Creature that's 8 feet tall, hairy, and depending upon who you... Stop!
The Yucca Man has become a prominent figure in pop culture, and every year in Joshua Tree they even do the Yucca Man Shakedown.
Yuccaman shakedown.
Even the Ogopogo Brewing Company in San Gabriel features beer based off of cryptids, mythological figures, and folklore, and the Yuccaman is featured as one of their beers. We continued to look for the Yuccaman throughout Joshua Tree National Park and had no luck. But if you yourself want to find the Yuccaman, you can search the internet and find countless stories and sightings of where he has been spotted, and you can go look for yourself. So would you suck at the yucca?
That's an inappropriate question.
Have you met Big Josh?
Is that the one whose dick you sucked?
After a long day in the desert, we decided to call it a night.
It's day 2 of Desert Dwellers, and we decided to head to the Anza-borrego State Park. Look at this outfit at the Salton Sea gas station.
Hurt don't hurt.
Caitlin, what do you know about the Borrego Sandman?
The Borrego Sandman is... I don't know.
We're in Borrego Springs, y'all.
Borrego Springs!
Let's all go stand.
Just outside of Anza-borrego State Park is Borrego Springs, known for its metal desert sculptures and mysterious hairy beast.
Where's the Borrego Sandman? Where is he? Where is he?
I'm not gonna use that.
Trying to be serious.
So we're out here in Borrego Springs on the hunt for the Borrego Sandman, who's been a Sasquatch Yeti-like cryptid that's been spotted here since the 1800s, 1700s.
Yeah, he's huge, 400 pounds. His footprints that have been discovered in the sand, they're 24 inches in length. And you kind of look around and you're like, well, where would a cryptid that big hide? And they say it's because he has sandy, kind of pale colored fur, so he can blend in with the landscape, so he doesn't need like giant cactuses or boulders to hide behind. He can just kind of waltz around.
20 minutes above Borrego Springs in the mountains is the town of Ranchita, home to a Pacific Crest Trail store that features a Borrego Sandman statue.
He's around.
Hi. Found the Borrego Sandman here in Ranchita, California. He's so cute. Hey, Borrego Sandman, hey.
The Montezuma Valley Market sells food and hiking supplies, as well as Borrego Sandman merch. We didn't find any monsters, so we called it a day. But if you yourself want to come hunt for cryptids, keep your eyes peeled.
I suppose you have missed them. Oh, I almost forgot to ask.
In the mountains above Palm Springs, in the town of Idyllwild, locals have invented a cryptid they call the Idyllwild Beast. There's even a sign honoring him. On the way home, we hit Ogopogo Brewing to stop for some refreshing cryptid-themed beverages.
We ain't had no time to drink that beer. 'Cause I understand you get money from a man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He rides the sky like an...
As always, thank you guys for watching our episode of Coffee and Cryptids on the Yuccaman and the Borrego Sandman.
Chris, this is dangerous.
Hey, Yuccaman, hey. Ah!
Can't do it, Chris.